Hi, and welcome to week 1 of Making Media Matter. Woo! We're jumping right in. All right, first, you guys, big congratulations for taking the step and investing in yourself and your business. I mean, come on now. Good stuff. The power of media is huge, and leveraging it correctly really can be the catalyst that you need to catapult yourself light years ahead of your competition when it comes to gaining brand recognition, brand loyalty, and of course, for increasing your sales, for greater community impact, and let's be honest, at the end of the day, more cash in your pocket, right? Yes. Now, before we get too deep into all the course modules and the tactical elements around making media matter, it's really important that we spend a little bit of time here at the beginning to set the tone for not only the coming 21 days, right? Not only for this course, but for the impending year as things pertain to media mindset mastery. If you can lock down your media mindset, then I promise you, you're going to see areas of growth not only in your business, but in your personal life as well. Okay, now you might be thinking, all right, Katerina, what the heck is media mindset? Media mindset is, from a narrative and psychological perspective, the ability to really capture the same level of confidence, charisma, and energy of your favorite on-air personality, right? What do these on-air TV guys actually do to shine through that camera? What media mindset means is it's mastering your own authenticity to really solidify the important aspects of your brand identity and your story pitch development. This is the tactical I talked about that we're going to get into, but we want to secure our media mindset first. Effectively, we want to spin our brand in a way that's going to create maximum hype, but we want to do this in the most authentic way possible. Okay, listen to me when I tell you authenticity is key. Think about it, right? The people who have really killed it on TV, think of the authenticity of Oprah, right? She had no qualms at all about struggling with her weight loss, right? Talking about the fat. Think about Ellen, right? Ellen DeGeneres. Her brand is built around kindness, but part of that kindness and compassion is really due in large part to the struggles that she endured in her career when she came out and was authentic about being gay. Think about the authenticity of Kelly Ripa, right? Who gets on TV every morning and shares stories about her husband and her kids. These are people we really enjoy watching on TV because we resonate with their authenticity and the clarity of their brands. And that's what we're going to train ourselves into doing. Okay, now the problem for most people is this. The thing that really holds them back from leveraging the media in a way that can make a bigger impact on their business is that they're afraid to be authentic. And they're especially afraid when it comes to doing so in public or on camera. That's really what holds a lot of people back. And actually put your hand up if that's something that's been holding you back all this time. Well, don't worry, because that's why you're here, right? We're going to go into the 4 elements that you really need to hone and cement your mastering of your own media mindset before we move into these later modules. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do, if you don't have one already, I'm assuming you do, right? Get a pen and paper, because here we go. There are 4 elements to mastering your media mindset. I'm going to outline the 4 first, and then I'm going to move into each one of them in detail. So, number 1, identify your own story. Number 2, overcoming your own resistance. I'm going to go slow so you guys can write. Identifying your new media mindset beliefs. Okay, identifying your new media mindset beliefs. And finally, ensuring that your message is audience-centric. That's the word audience-centric. Okay, now we're going to expand on all these. Okay, don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging like that. All right, number 1, know your own story. Whew. When a brand is publishing content using a media mindset, right, when you're doing it on print, when you're doing it on air, all of the content is going to hinge off an engaging narrative. Specifically what this means is a narrative that is relatable and relevant and interesting to the audience, okay? This is key, guys. This is where a lot of people make the mistake. Audiences don't want to be pitched a product. They don't want to be sold a program. What they want is to become emotionally engaged with a story. So, tell your story, but tell your story authentically. This is where the power is. This, it doesn't even matter whether you're on radio, whether you're on print, whether you're sitting in front of someone. If you're telling a story and you're telling it authentically, trust me, people are going to tune in, okay? And if a brand is using storytelling in a way that creates content, not only is the audience going to tune in and be more engaged, but they really are that much more likely to buy from you. And not only that, other stations are much more likely to see your great segment and want you on their radio stations and TV networks. So, I'm telling you, journalists and producers, yes, because I am one, we can sniff out a good story a mile away. So, if your content has a good narrative, they are much more likely to reach out to you, right? And you will get them calling you, asking you to be on their programs. You might get that call from an executive producer who saw you on a network a month earlier and says, hey, this guy was great. So we're going to go into why it's important a little bit later in the module to really, really hone your story. But for now, just suffice it to me, allow me to suffice it to say that story creation is key. All right. Now, the next element that goes into really honing your media mindset, get clear on your story. But number 2 is overcoming your own resistance in order to really take the aligned action that's going to be needed to develop your brand. Okay? The biggest hurdle we see with our clients and with on-camera featured guests is not a lack of people wanting to gain exposure for their business, because everyone really recognizes the benefit of that. But it's a fear of them themselves having to appear in the media and sharing their story in order to do so, right? Again, how many of you just, you're kind of shy, you don't know if you want to get in front of that camera. Public speaking, which includes on-air speaking, yes, it literally is one of the biggest phobias. I think spiders is, probably number 2, but public speaking, they actually say that 73% of all people have an aversion to appearing on camera and speaking on camera. So we're going to pound this out of each other because I love being on camera and you're going to love it too. All right. What we need to do is recognize that all of this is mental. There is no practical physical threat to public speaking. Nothing's going to happen to your health. There's no wild animal that's going to come out and chase you if you appear on TV. It's all mental. This is the biggest hurdle that most people face. And that's why I really want to make sure we take a little bit of time right now before we delve into the rest of the material to get solid on this. Okay? Now, why are people resistant? Well, because they're moving into something unknown, right? They're moving into unknown territory. And most of us aren't afraid of things we know, right? But we are afraid of things or circumstances which we're not familiar with. And let's be honest, most people aren't hanging out on a TV set, right? So this is the area that a lot of people need to overcome first. They run into what we call the terror barrier. I could say that, terror barrier, terror, like terror. Okay, the terror barrier is something that people live with actually for long periods of time before really even allowing themselves mental permission to move forward with the decision to appear on air. Now, how many of you out there, right, have been wanting to do this for a couple of years, but you're saying, I don't know where to start, I don't know how to start, and even if I get on TV, do I even really want to be on it? So, I get it, okay? The reason for the terror is because, like I said, you're attempting to move into an expanded version of yourself, right? And really what is happening, guys, it goes back to psychological stuff. The intellectual mind is recognizing that you're about to move into territory that you've never been in, and it literally sets off your survival instincts, right? The same ones that when the bear's running after you. But mentally, these are the same instincts that kick in when, I don't know, let's say you're putting your hand too close to a stove, right? Like there's impending danger there, so something inside of you is going, pull back, pull back, pull back. The very same thing is happening when you go to try something new, like being on camera. The thing is, it's only when you break through this terror barrier and take that leap of faith to grow into your own media visibility that you get to shine, right? It's when you start to really master your own media mindset. That is the key, okay? It's only with the achievement of a comfort level with on-air and public speaking that really true brand growth in media and business success can be realized. So again, so excited that you made the commitment to invest in this for yourself, because this is training that's going to help you the rest of your life. Okay. Now you might be thinking, awesome, Katerina, great, terror barrier, I got to overcome it. How? That's a good question. What you need to do is you need to identify any resistance so that we can, kind of understand what's going on the surface that might be preventing us from sharing our story and sharing it publicly. All right, so how do we do this? Well, we literally write out exactly that. What is the resistance? So this might include things like, I'm scared that I might look like a fool on camera. Or, under the surface, you may be thinking, I'm worried my colleagues at work are going to think, who the heck does she think she is, right? She's getting on TV. Or, if you're a guy, you might be thinking, I don't know if my arms look fat. I don't know, is that more of a woman thing? Yeah, kind of. But really, at the end of the day, guys, anything that comes up for you that feels negative or like it's holding you back, I want you to write it down. I want you to literally do a brain dump, okay? Write everything down. And then when you think you've listed everything, I want you to actually get up and take a 10-minute break. I want you to go walk your dog, go to the bathroom, get a cup of water, and then I want you to come back and dig even deeper. Trust me, this is going to be like peeling away the layers of an onion. Because we really can't move forward to shine on camera if we first haven't identified what is holding us back, right? What are those limiting beliefs? And pull them to the surface so that really we can kill them. All right. So I really want you to take time with this. I really want you to take time and reflect once this video is over. So commitment, we're doing this, all right? So media mindset mastery. We have our story. We're getting clear on what that is, right? We're identifying what might be holding us back from sharing our story on camera. And once we've done this, we get to move on to step number 3, which is creating new media mindset beliefs. Okay, it really is as simple as creating new beliefs. So trust me when I say to you that you're not going to be able to really make media matter for your business unless you're willing to share your story. And you won't be willing to do that unless you're willing to create new beliefs around just that, right? Your ability to share your story on camera and to really knock it out of the park, because that is what we're going to do here. Great, now how do we set up new beliefs? By just setting up new beliefs. That's right, it's literally that simple. Okay, so for the next exercise, this is what I'd like you to do. For every resistant item that you've identified, I want you to write a corresponding new belief. So if you wrote something, something silly like, I feel stupid on camera, right? Or I feel like I'll look stupid on camera. I want you to write out, I now choose to believe that I'm going to look amazing on camera. Because remember, guys, we have the power to choose our own beliefs. I have done years of personal development and years of personal empowerment training and years of media training, and I can tell you they are all so interlinked, okay? The problem is too many of us believe we're at the mercy of beliefs that have been placed on us by childhood, right? Through our communities, through negative experiences. That's why we need to recognize what the resistance might be, because many times until we do this exercise, we don't even realize they're consciously there, right? I mean, I'm going to tell you a quick little story here. When I was in 8th grade, I had a girl, I'm no joke, that said to me, you chew gum like a horse. I was like, but I was traumatized. Like, that stayed with me. To this day, I don't chew gum. I kid you not. But that's just ridiculous, right? Because that was her opinion. I'm sure I chew gum fine. But the point is that I need to just mentally shift into a place of, I'm not going to deal with the belief she placed on me 25 years ago. I'm going to do what I want to do and believe that when I chew gum, I look like a goddamn superstar. Okay. My point is, we simply have to remember that those are just thoughts, right? We have the power to choose whatever we want to think about. So, after this 21-day course, you are going to be equipped with all these tools to really kill it on camera. So now is our time to get to choose to believe exactly that you will, right? You will kill it on camera. Whew. But very important. Be aware, guys, as soon as you start trying to list your new beliefs, your terror barrier is going to kick in and it's going to start screaming, that's a lie, that's a lie. So I've done this exercise many times, trust me, I know. Just be careful, because you can't just phrase the belief as, I'm amazing on camera. Okay. If you don't yet feel that you are. Because what's going to happen is your bullshit meter is going to go off, and it's going to say to you, no, you're not. Like, you're not amazing on camera. Who the hell do you think you are? You're going to start echoing that in your own mind. So what I want you to do is phrase the sentences as, I now choose to believe. For example, I now choose to believe that I'm amazing on camera. Because your mind is going to say, okay, well, you're choosing to believe it. I can believe that you're choosing to believe, rather than having it jump straight into I am, right? So we need to work on these beliefs daily. And eventually what's going to happen is they'll simply come to replace our old limiting beliefs around media mindset. Right? I used to think, oh, my lips are lopsided and maybe my hairline is off. And actually, both of those things are true. If you psychoanalyze my face, you'll see it. But I just moved into a place where I believe that I look great on camera, and I choose to believe that my message is going to be impactful, right? I had a mentor of mine back in the day, and she said to me, start saying it daily. I now choose to believe the sky is blue. I now choose to believe the sky is blue. I now choose to believe the sky is blue. And guess what? Eventually, you're going to come to know that the sky is blue. Eventually, you're going to come to know that you're simply amazing on camera, right? But we got to train into this. So, before diving into all of the oncoming material, please do write out 10 new beliefs around your media mindset. I now choose to believe that I appear in the media weekly because my brand is just that good. I now choose to believe that every segment I appear on rates the highest of the hour. I now choose to believe that sharing my story on camera is going to result in massive increases in sales for my business. Why? Because it will, okay? You get to choose what you want to believe. And trust me when I say that's going to shift your mental paradigm. It's going to move you into a media mindset mastery session segment part of your life that is going to allow you to leverage and make media matter. Okay, and finally, guys, we just want to be sure, once again, that once we have our story clear, we've secured our limiting beliefs around being an on-camera guest, there's a fourth element to media mindset mastery, and that is always ensuring that your message is audience-centric, okay? One of the biggest mistakes, a big, guys, cardinal sin under media mindset mastery, media mindset mastery, I love the alliteration, is creating content that prioritizes your needs instead of those of your audience, okay? Very important, guys. Too often, I see it all the time on bad television, okay? We encounter brands who are out there and they'd rather say what they want to say than twist it to what their audience actually wants to hear. Because the truth is, it's not about you, it's about your audience. And if your audience derives no value from your content, then at the end of the day, you know what? It's pointless. And you're not going to get picked up for additional coverage. And your on-camera appearances are going to stop even before they get started. Okay? The point is, we want to get you trained, we want to get you on TV, and then we want to exponentially leverage that. Media mindset mastery is the key. We have to anchor our beliefs around appearing on camera in order to really be grounded in the mental game. Because it is a mental game. Trust me, you get into a studio and there's lights and there's camera and there's people running around and someone forgot to get you a coffee. There's a lot going on. So you want to be in the right mental mind frame when you're appearing on TV, on radio, on podcasts, even when you're being interviewed for print. You must, in essence, identify where you are on your media mindset spectrum. And if you're fearful of public speaking or appearing on set, you need to simply identify that as fear. And then recognize that it's really only in your mind, okay? You have the power to choose to step into the higher version of you, into the superstar version of you, okay? You have the power to choose your identity as it pertains to the brand image that you want to convey. You have the ability to choose to move through your own self-imposed terror barrier. Because remember, guys, it is self-imposed. And move on to a place where you can take action and make it audience-centric in the most authoritative way to really ensure maximum value for your audience, okay? Woohoo! Woo! How you guys feeling? All right? Good stuff, right? Good stuff, yes. Now this was literally just a really quick overview of a few of the elements involved in mastering your media mindset. There is a whole ton more, but we're gonna delve into a lot of that in the Media Mindset Mastery membership area. So if you haven't yet signed up, $27 a month, Media Mindset membership, do it because it's going to be chock full of good stuff. But that's for later. For now, I want to recap your tasks for this module. Homework for this task, okay? Please make sure to take the time to journal around the 4 areas we just went through. Doing this deep dive energy work around your media mindset is really going to be what's going to help set the foundation for all of your impending camera appearances. So number 1, if you have to, please spend the time, if you don't have it clear already, on what really is your brand's story. Okay. Not just what your brand is, but what's the story? What's the backstory? What's going to click with people? And we want to talk about how to leverage it in upcoming models. But for now, just get clear on what it is and write it out, right? Maybe it's a paragraph, maybe it's two. What are people emotionally going to identify when it comes to your brand and your story? Number two, we want to identify the resistance, right? What are some of our own limiting beliefs that might be keeping us back from appearing on camera or keeping us back from appearing as confident as we could on camera? Do a brain dump of everything you can think of that's held you back until now. Number three, take a breath. Number three, once you've got your limiting beliefs written out, I want you to rewrite your new beliefs, right? Write out a positive new mindset belief for every resistant one you identified. And then I want you to commit to writing these out, these new media mindsets, every day for the coming 21 days. Yes, I'm not even joking. I want you to write out your new beliefs every day for the coming 21 days. Spend 20 minutes in the morning, write out your beliefs, and I promise you, 3 weeks from now, you're going to be feeling pretty dang good. And finally, number four, think of your story from the perspective of your audience rather than from your perspective. What do they want to hear? What do they want to get excited about? What do they want to experience? And speaking of excited, okay, it is time for us to get excited. Yes, because you have committed to rewriting your new media mindset beliefs daily, right, over the coming 21 days. And you're going to take the time to dive into all of this course content. So please know that by the end of this training, you really will have all the tools in your toolbox to really go out there and make media matter for your business and for your success.